5 have managed to flee, running for their lives, an indication of the terror that is unfolding inside.
Australia locked in a hostage standoff.
Happening inside a cafe in Sydney's business district. It's unclear how many remain inside.
Hostages, many of them holding up this black sign with Arabic writing.
We are being tested, but whatever the test, we will face it head on.
Downtown Sydney, Australia is sealed off this morning. A lone gunman is holding hostages in a cafe. Here's a look at the scene. This has been going on for hours.
And then just moments ago, videos apparently from the hostages appeared online. They seem to be reading statements prepared by the gunman.
Hi everyone, I'm Selena Wing-Pei. I'm one of the many hostages here at the Link Cafe at Martin Place.
We imagine the stress she is under right now. At least 5 of the hostages escaped during the day. Now it is after midnight there, and there is no sign of this drama ending. Lorna Dunkley of our British partner Sky News is at the scene.
The gunman holds a number of hostages here at a cafe in the heart of this city. It's not clear exactly how many are being held. There are reports it could be as many as 30, but 5 have managed to escape. It all began at 9:45 local time here in Sydney. It's late into the evening now, and the gunman has said to police he's planted 4 bombs in the area, 2 inside the cafe and 2 elsewhere in the business district. Well, the hostages, some of them managed to escape. They were seen fleeing from the fire escape. 2 women came out and 3 men earlier on. Police say they have made contact with the gunman and they are still hoping for a peaceful resolution here. But late into the night, a huge police presence and very worrying for the people of Sydney. With that, back to you in the studio, Nora.
All right, Lorna, thank you. You can hear that
this
very
sounds
loud
like
and clear.
gunfire.
I'm not, well...
You can hear all of the heavily armed police going in right now.
I think they've gone, and that could be they could be stun guns.
It does look like they are storming the building at the moment. We're seeing a lot of flashes of gun. Looks like gunfire.
There's that hostage up there. And we can see that hostage being taken away now. That was the hostage, the 7th one, we believe,
so
from
12
tonight.
in total. And the cameras are being told to get right back.
Please get back onto the other side of the road. Live ammunition, get back onto the other side.
And we shouldn't just assume all of that was gunfire, Natalia. There's quite a large chance that it was stun grenades designed to create.
We are hearing that live ammunition was used. We are hearing those reports from police.
And here comes another hostage out of the building now. You can see a woman there being cared for by the police. She's been brought down the hill from the cafe and taken away. Police have confirmed to us that live ammunition was used. So things were obviously getting very, very tense inside that cafe indeed. We saw 6 hostages come out, then we saw a 7th come out, and then quite dramatically the police went in. We believe they used stun grenades, but we also believe they used live ammunition, and it was quite violent and quite crazy.
They seem to be signalling towards other officers. We don't know exactly what they are signaling.
It looks like they
for.
want something. It looks like they want ambulance.
We know.
They look like they're paramedics going in there now in the different uniforms in the blue. Look like they're going in to help. This is extremely dramatic. After 7 hours of 9 hours, sorry, of nothing really happening at all of a sudden.
And this is now the 17th, that we're heading into the 17th hour of this situation, and only moments ago this has all started to happen. If you are just joining us, we know that we believe
looks as though
about
another
8
hostage
hostages,
being taken up the hill there, another lady being taken away.
which would be making that, I would say, 9 now, just in the last few moments
that we've seen. I'd say that's 9 that we've seen, but there could be more we haven't seen. We know that earlier 5 came out.
And the police are now in the building, as well as paramedics.
So it appears as though the hostage has either been maimed or disarmed, or possibly even worse, the perpetrator, I should say. And there's more gunshots here. I think that was a flurry nobody expected. Now that ambulance and the like are inside that building, there was another flurry of gunfire.
Moments ago,
It was very quiet in Martin Place, and then this has just erupted all of a sudden. A number of hostages running out and then police going in. They have confirmed they used live ammunition.
Sheikh Man Monis has been just revealed as the gunman at the centre of the siege at the Lint Cafe in Martin Place. That has been revealed by 9 News early this morning. Here is what we know about him. He is a self-styled radical Muslim leader who came to Australia from Iran as a refugee in 1996.
He gained infamy for sending hate mail to the families of Australian troops killed in action as a protest against their presence in Afghanistan.
He again attracted the attention of the law last year when he allegedly organised the murder of his ex-wife, Noeline Pal. She was stabbed to death and set on fire at a Western Sydney apartment block.
That is Man Monis, the self-styled sheikh, the 49-year-old Iranian refugee who now lives in Sydney, and the man that you can see on your screens. He is the gunman at the centre of this hostage situation, and we did bring that information to you just a few moments ago.
CBS News senior security contributor Michael Morrell is a former CIA deputy director. He joins us from Washington. Good morning, Mike. So,
good morning, Charlie.
Following what Clarissa said, what do you make of this incident?
So, Charlie, we don't know with certainty what is motivating this person, but it does appear that he is in some way motivated by ISIS. If that's the case, this is not surprising to me. ISIS has had a focus on Australia for some time. Some 300 Australians have gone to the Middle East to fight in that war. 70 or so are fighting for ISIS. Just a couple of months ago, the Australians did a countrywide raid arresting a number of people after a senior ISIS leader called for individuals in Australia to behead Australians in public for ISIS. So there is this focus on Australia.
But it also is an example of the long reach or the long tentacles of ISIS, is it not, which gets more publicity for them around the world.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Charlie.
Yep. Australia recently raised their terror threat to high, Mike, and you just mentioned about the connection to Australia. Can you be specific about why Australia would be a target?
So Australia is seen by groups like ISIS as a partner of the West, which it certainly is. Australia was a coalition partner in the war in Iraq, a coalition partner in the war in Afghanistan, and is now a coalition partner in the fight against ISIS. So ISIS sees them as an enemy.
Michael, when other countries will look at this incident, perhaps, as ISIS succeeding in some ways in encouraging lone wolves to carry out these types of attacks, what concerns you the most?
What concerns me the most is that we're going to see this kind of terrorism around the world, and we are going to see it here, Nora. We are going to see this kind of attack here, and we need to be prepared for that. You know, it shouldn't surprise people when this happens here sometime over the next year or so, guaranteed.
How do we prepare for it?
Yes. It's very difficult to stop something like this. You know, one way this happens is if ISIS leadership directs it, and intelligence agencies can often see that and prevent it. If people are vocal about what they're going to do on social media, you can often prevent it. But if they're quiet about it, it's very easy to carry out something like this, very difficult to prevent it.
Mm-hmm. Are you convinced, Michael, that this is a lone wolf incident?
So we don't know, right? I mean, there's really a couple possibilities here. One is that this person has been directed by ISIS to do this. That would be kind of the worst case. The second is that this person went to fight in Syria and has now come back. The third possibility is that this person has just been self-radicalized by the ISIS message.